Hey, what's up? This is Aremu Smoke from WebBoss, and in today's video, I will be showing you 5 things that I think every developer should be able to do in the command line. But before we get into it, please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and of course, drop your comments in the comment section. So, if you are just getting started in web development or software development generally, one of the things that you may be scared of is the command line. You probably have watched movies and you see developers just typing away in one black console and everything looks so scary. But the truth is, as you continue your journey to becoming a mid-level or a senior level software developer, the console is one of those things that you really need to know, because there are a lot of things that using a graphical user interface would not make fast and easy for you. That's why in this video, I'll be showing you 5 things that I think you should be able to do in the command line as a software developer. And of course, this tutorial is beginner friendly. There will be lots of walkthroughs and examples to get you started just fine. But then of course, talk is cheap. So let's get into it. Before talking about the various commands, I just thought it would be nice for you to know the various command line interface options that are available. Of course, this is targeted at Windows users. When I have money, I can talk about MacBook users. So the very first option that ships with Windows is CMD. And to be able to access that, simply press Windows and R and type in CMD, then OK. Then it gives you this generic command line interface. But preferably, I use JIT because JIT gives you options to be able to do a whole lot of other things, and it is way more easily accessible than CMD. To get JIT, simply open up Chrome, just like I'm doing right now, and type JIT in the search bar. Then check out the first link, which is jit-scm.com. If you want to learn more about JIT and the way it works with GitHub, check out our video on getting started with open source projects. I have JIT already installed on my PC, and that's what we'll be using for this tutorial. So I'll open up a folder where we'll be working, right click and say JIT bash. And this is one of the interesting things about JIT. You can simply go into any folder and launch JIT, and JIT will automatically recognize that directory as your starting or working directory. One thing I want you to take note though is this yellow line here. Of course, the color can be different from yours, but it tells you your current working folder. So for example, we have /documents/webboss/command line, and this is the folder we'll be working in throughout this tutorial. Now, let's talk about the commands. The first thing you should be able to do in the command line is to be able to create directories. And to be able to do that, the command is mkdir, then give your directory a name, say website. How do you know if the directory has been created? If I drag this to the right here, you can see we now have a folder. That's the very first thing I think every developer should be able to do in the command line. The second thing every developer should be able to do in the command line is the ability to navigate or move from one folder to the other. Like I mentioned, we are currently in Documents WebBoss command line. How do I move into the new website directory that I just created? I'll simply use the command cd and then the name of the directory. Literally, you can say cd equals change directory. Then the name of the directory is website. Enter. Take a look at the yellow text now. We now have Documents WebBoss command line website. That's the second thing I think every developer should be able to do in the command line. But hold up, there is one more thing you need to know. What if you want to get out of this directory website? How do you go about doing that? Simply use cd ... and press enter. Check the yellow text. We are now back to Documents WebBoss command line. Interesting. I'll quickly go back to the website directory and create 2 more directories. Say make directory js, make directory css, and make directory img. These of course are the folders that you create ideally for any web project. The third thing every developer needs to be able to do in the command line is to create folders. So for that purpose, I'll simply change my directory to JS. And for me to be able to create app.js, which will serve as the base JavaScript file for our imaginary web project, the command to use is touch, which is touch, followed by the name of the file, in this case app.js. If I get out of this directory and I come over to cd .. I can do css. So I am now in the css directory and I can of course do touch style.css. How do I know if this file has been created without having to use my GUI to navigate from one folder to the other? It takes us to the very next command. The fourth thing every developer should be able to do in the command line is to list or view files and folders in a directory. And the command to do that is ls. You can literally call this lists, ls, enter. This tells you that there is what? Style.css in this directory of CSS. If I do cd .. enter and I do ls, I can see all the directories in my project: CSS, img, and js. The fifth thing that I think every developer should be able to do in the command line is the ability to delete files. A quick recap before we talk about that. Now we know how to create directories, move from one directory to the other, create files, and of course see the files in our current directory. The next thing we want to talk about is the ability to remove files. So if I go into the CSS directory, cd css ls, I see that we have style.css. I can do rm, which you can literally call remove, and of course, which is the command to delete files, style.css. Enter. Let me do ls, enter. I can see that it returns nothing because there is no files in this directory again. Thanks for watching this video, and I really do hope that this video has helped you to be able to get started with using the command line very quickly and easily. And of course, like every other thing in life, you need to practice over and over again for these commands to stick and for you to be able to see the true value and the advantage that comes with using the command line. Please do not forget to subscribe and check out any video that YouTube will be suggesting to you. Cheers, love ya.